couple of years later, I met a very beautiful young lady, and I put probably my finest sales presentation on her. I promised her wealth and fame and fortune and world travel and all those good things. I said it will probably be the finest decision of your life to marry me. And she bought that story, fortunately for me. And we got married, and I'm continuing to work hard to see if I can't make all these dreams and promises come true. Well, 2 or 3 years after I'd gotten married, it didn't look like my new bride had made such a wise decision. I'm now starting to struggle. I'm not destitute, but it isn't working quite like I had promised. I'm looking at my paycheck on Friday, $57, and that isn't quite what I'd promised. And already I had fallen into the someday honey routine with my wife. Right? Someday, honey, you won't have to sit on this old furniture. Someday, honey, you'll have a car of your own. I had already someday honeyed myself into trouble. Well, now I'm wondering, what should I do? I'm struggling, I'm behind. Money's one of my problems. I got far too much month at the end of the money, if you've ever had that problem. I remember one time losing a $10 bill, and I was physically ill for 2 days. Over $10. And of course my friends tried to be cheerful, right? They said, look, maybe some poor person that needed it found it. But I'm willing to admit to you that that really didn't help. At age 25, benevolence had not yet seized me. You know, I'm the poor person that needs to find $10, not lose $10. But that's where I was. I thought, well, maybe I should go back to school. I've got 1 year of college, doesn't look that good on an application. But I'm 25, I'm married, now my family's starting. I'm already working. And going back to school seemed like kind of a tough decision. But that's where I was at that time in my life, wondering what I should do to really turn it around and make the promises all come true. Well, at age 25, good fortune came my way. And sometimes it's a little difficult to describe good fortune. Why do unique things happen to you when they do? I don't know. Part of that's a mystery to me. One of my friends says, well, things don't just happen. They happen just. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But my good fortune was, at age 25, I met a very remarkable man. He was a businessman. He was wealthy, apparently looked very happy, prosperous to me when I met him. And my good fortune was, a few months after I met this unique man, his name was Mr. Schoaf, Mr. Earl Schoaf. He hired me, gave me a job, and I went to work for him. And I spent the next 5 years working for him. And during that 5-year period, Mr. Schoaf shared with me his ideas that helped to change my life. Unfortunately, at the end of that 5 years, Mr. Schoaf died. But I did get to spend 5 years with this very remarkable man. And the best thing he gave me during that period of time was not a job. The best thing he gave me was the benefit of his philosophy. How to be wealthy, how to be happy. And his ideas worked for me. Then about 16, 17 years ago, I was living in Beverly Hills. And I was going through all the notes that I'd gathered up during that period. In fact, that's one of the major things Mr. Schoaf taught me. Take good notes. Don't miss anything. Don't make your mind a filing cabinet trying to remember everything. Jot it down. If you hear a good sermon, take notes. If you read a good book, take notes. If you hear something good, jot it down. If you think something good, put it on paper. Then you can go over it. Repetition is the mother of skill. And someday those ideas, if you repeat them often enough, they'll take root and start to grow.